Hello there!
Hey guys,
This is Jeremy,
and Jason,
and we are the Balcony Bros. And we're just going to be playing a little bit of BitTrip Runner for you. Now, I find this game very interesting because it meshes, like, music with
gameplay.
Yeah, in a pretty fun way. Let's just get right down to it.
Oh, the easy stuff.
This first part shouldn't be too hard.
Now,
here's our Star Wars hero, Captain Video.
Commander
Video, my mistake.
Get very insulted if you called him by that rank.
He does. He's like one of those teachers that are like a doctor and they refuse to be known as anything else. Oh gosh, why can't I? Oh, there we go.
Good start.
I was figuring out which things let me jump. Alrighty, here we go. I don't have much to say about this game, really.
It's pretty. I like it. There's a sense of accomplishment to it. The only thing I don't like about it is towards the later levels with the bosses.
Yeah.
When you're like collecting 150 bars of gold, there aren't checkpoints. So like you trip at the very end, you go all the way back to the beginning. But there's a real sense of accomplishment. And like the way that the music makes you feel.
Each time you like level up, you get those little pluses, and then the music gets that much better.
Yeah, you can hear the music evolve. Plus, I really like the bonus levels, just in a nostalgic little retro.
The whole game is nostalgic retro.
Yeah.
Boing. Boing. And this is supposed to be like, what game is that?
Pitfall.
Yeah, Pitfall. Thank you. Shoot.
So close.
The bonus levels always trip me up more than the actual levels do.
The lack of music, I mean, like, you get a good rhythm, but...
The Balcony Bros.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Captain Video. Commander Video. Professor Video. Dr. Video.
Professor, Dr. Mr. Commander Video. Blockbuster Video. Oh man, if like a kid gets on YouTube in 10 years, assuming it's still around, he watches this,
he's not going to know anything that we mean. Blockbuster Video.
It'll be interesting though if he does do that.
Well, for you children out there in the year 2020, oh shoot.
On the second level, Jeremy.
Yeah. Alright, for you kids out there, Blockbuster was a place where we got movies before
it was like a
internet.
It was a red box that you could go inside of.
Which I remember as a kid, like, being really excited to go to Blockbuster because they had that wall of TV screens.
Yeah.
And I'd always just sit there in the middle of Blockbuster just watching whatever they were playing.
I remember one summer I convinced my dad to get the movie pass. It's okay. It's okay. I convinced my dad to get the movie pass, and the hardest part about it was convincing him to take me to Blockbuster every day to get a new movie. I mean, I think I ran through the entirety of the James Bond movies up until that point, which was one of the Pierce Brosnan ones, the one that came before Die Another Day.
Do you remember renting games from Blockbuster?
I do. I had a
like
Game
when you were a
Pass,
little
too.
kid.
Yeah.
Ah, god damn it! You do it.
Okay.
It's
how am I jumping?
J. It's
okay.
J for some reason. Well, I guess J for jump.
J for jump.
But you don't see that very much in games. W should be jump. Or up arrow.
Isn't... Oh, I thought it was. Okay.
It's not up arrow. I don't know why. Since my computer's like new, I think it just all games get confused on it.
Oh, you gotta jump. You won't press J.
Now, the thing that will always like kind of entranced me as a kid at Blockbuster was like walking through the horror section when I was a little kid, and just going like, oh, these covers look so grotesque.
Like I would have nightmares on covers I would see at Blockbuster, and then like
or Hollywood Video, but
but like. Even now, when I see them, like, oh, that movie's scary.
Yeah.
But it'll be like, I'll look it up, and it turns out it wasn't like it was horribly received. And
yeah, I remember when I was a little kid, I saw like they had a big advertisement for some horror movie about like bugs. And they had one of those awesome like graphics where if you moved, the bugs would get more or less. And that just freaked me out so much as a kid. And nowadays it's just like, oh, there's bugs, another horror trope. Being a film major has dulled me.
Fuck. Pardon me. Games, man. They get me. I think I remember vividly, I got the Jet Li video game for my PS2. Okay, that's the down arrow. I was testing out the number pad to see if it'd let me jump, but it wouldn't. I got the Jet Li, I think it was Rise to Honor, and it was really fun.
He slides for so long.
He can slide as long as you want.
And it's funny when he slides, it's like he's just like laying down, it's like, I got this, guys.
Whatever. But I got that game, and there was this boss I was completely stuck on. And that was before I knew the internet was a thing. That might have been before it was like a big thing. And so I was like, Dad, I need to go to Blockbuster. He's like, Jason, I don't know, not tonight. Like, we don't have the money to rent something. It's like, no, Dad, just take me. And since I was a dick, he did.
Imagine a little Jason like beating up your father.
Yep. And
no, Dad, we're going to. Oh, Jason.
I'm sorry.
It's on the third level.
I was too wrapped up imagining beating up my dad. Not in a good way. It's in a grotesque, morbid way.
Mr. and Mrs. Pollard, we respect you very much.
Love you
if
guys.
If you're watching this.
Anyway, I went into the Blockbuster, and I was like, Dad, oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna die on purpose. I was like, Dad, wait in the car. He's like, well, don't you need me to pay? He's like, no, I'm not renting anything. And I walked in casually to the video game section, acting like I was going to rent something, and I just picked up the Rise to Honor strategy guide, flipped to where I was stuck in, and read the whole chapter, which took me like 10 minutes. And like, guy came and was like, hey, do you need any help? I was like, oh no, I'm just waiting for someone in the bathroom. He's like, oh, okay, cool, man. And then I left, and I felt like a criminal.
But, you were. Back then.
Yeah.
Back then, video game guides were a thing. Now they still are a thing, but it's a thing that everybody laughs at.
They're all free online, and the only reason you buy one is for like a collector's thing.
Exactly.
Which I would make fun of, but I collect DVDs and Blu-rays, so that is an equal money pit.
And I collect buttons, I find, which is nothing, but it's equally useless. Yeah, you did it!
Alright, I'm gonna beat this retro challenge.
And Commander's video's head is very long.
It's a metaphor for the longevity.
What is he doing when he starts? It looks like he's strumming a guitar almost.
He's spanking himself to get himself stoked. How?
You just pressed down, Jason.
I did, I was holding down.
Sure you were. We'll go back and check the logs. The computer stroke, or the keyboard stroke.
I don't think you can do that. If you can, I mean...
There's gotta be some way to do that.
I think you have to download software for it.
It's worth it, just to make fun of you.
Go for it, man. If you go through that much trouble, you deserve to.
I really like the background in this game.
Yeah, it's very vibrant, and when you get to the, like, ultimate music level with the rainbow cape, it can also be very distracting.
Well, once you get pick up the rainbow and the rainbow cape and every gold you pick up starts flashing your entire screen.
Yeah,
that gets a little annoying.
On the next death, I'll turn up the music so you guys can kind of hear the way the music evolves throughout a level. You don't have to listen to our stupid voices for 2 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna probably die while turning this up. Yep. Okay. Here we go.
All right, now we're playing for real. I know you can't screw up on this one.
I got it.
There's little things that come out of the wall concerning. I like how the music gets more and more, or less and less,
8-bit. It evolves into a score.
Which would be cool to see, the world also evolved from 8-bit, but I guess they didn't think about that. And we did, thus making us better. That also would have been really distracting, I suppose.
Yeah, that might be why they didn't do it.
Invocate extra. Stop screwing around, you're gonna mess up. Oh, you should have died in that last one.
No, I didn't want to.
You're not, like, not you should have, but like, justice demands that you were screwing around so much.
Bring you down for your hubris of ducking.
Hoisted by your own petard, which is a phrase I love, but...
Proud of you.
You probably should have left the volume up so they could hear the...
Oh, well, now they never will, because those levels suck.
Unless they look it up themselves or have the game.
Yeah.
In which case, you can get this game everywhere. I think they gave it away for 3 different Humble Indie bundles.
Yeah, they have it...
Kicks. I got mad kicks. He like floats. It's great. I think it's because I think it's supposed to be like he's going so fast that he can just float through.
They also have they have it for like every console. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I have it on my 3DS. So it's a lot more fun than like hunched over your laptop, hands sprawled over the keyboard.
Instead, you're hunched over this little piece of plastic.
Well, you have your thumbs at the ready. You don't have to like stretch your hands out like left hand on the J key, right hand on the arrow keys.
I'm pretty sure that's just this computer because I definitely remember just using the directional buttons. Because look, it says right there you can use the D-pad, but you can't. So I don't know. Maybe we screwed something up in the options, which we didn't even go to. So.
All right, I'm gonna turn the music up again so you guys can hear the kicks, and we'll be quiet. We'll be quiet.
What? Those are some exciting kicks.
Alright, man. I'm trying to provide an all-encompassing view of this game.
You're just watching this to hear us talk, right? You don't want to hear game noise. Oh.
See, you're distracting me. That's what's happening. So, the music.
I'll be quiet. Most dynamic kick noises you've ever heard. When I kick things, they hum like that. When I get in street fights, it's kind of embarrassing.
Was that about you being quiet?
Being quiet's not good TV.
This isn't TV.
This is TV. It's just TV on the internet. I like to imagine the guy that voices the upgrades is the same guy who voices, like, Mortal Kombat.
Very lonely.
Ultra, extra, fatality. Oh!
Hey, do you guys need any, like, ominous, throaty voice sounds? I can
guess.
do that. I can do that.
He's the same guy that voiced the beginning of Black Sabbath's Iron Man. He's been around forever.
Yeah,
he doesn't have anything to do.
I mean, he's in a lot of prolific things, so he's making money, I guess.
I suppose. I want to mention something I forgot to say during our Fallout video. I hope that we're posting this after that. But, it just reminded me because of the music part, and I forgot to say this. The music in Fallout 1, like the cave, or the music you hear in the cave, or especially the music you hear when you're in levels where there's like, when you're inside of a vault or something, it's the same music, you can hear that same music in New Vegas, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
They play it, yeah, and if you turn off your Pip-Boy radio for a little while, you'll hear that, like, when you're walking around the waste, you'll hear the same music you have when you're walking around the waste in Fallout 1, which I really enjoyed. Because Fallout 3 took a big break from the story.
Yeah.
Mostly because it's all the way on the... What is that? The North Coast?
Yeah.
And Whereas Fallout 1 and 2 both takes place in California, and New Vegas is close enough there that it had a lot of throwbacks to that.
Nevada's basically California.
You know what I was disappointed in with the DLC for New Vegas? Is that they didn't have a part where you go to Area 51.
Yeah, that seems like it would be obvious.
I mean, the Big Empty was kind of the same thing, but it really wasn't.
I mostly played Fallout 3, honestly. I
like Fallout 3's ambiance a lot better, but I like Fallout New Vegas' story so much more.
New Vegas was a lot more fun story-wise, but I didn't play any of the DLC, and I never beat it. Well, Fallout 3, I played most of the DLC, except for the Alien one.
Oh, that one sucked anyway. Well, because you got stuck in the ship, and you couldn't go anywhere until you finished that. The only good point was like you meet when you unfreeze all the captives they've collected over the years, and one of them was like this ancient samurai guy, and he would only speak like ancient Japanese, and he would just like as soon as you rescue him, he like runs off and disappears, and every once in a while you'll find him like just like cutting up aliens or something.
Classic
samurai. He was pretty much a boss, but And I've actually, if you go to the Fallout Wiki, you can find translations of all of what he says, and it's all stuff like, where am I? And stuff like that, and like, there's little gray men, and I must kill them, and things like that.
Makes sense.
It does. I was kind of hoping he would like talk in like, only haiku or something like that, like Zero or something.
Okay, well I think we are setting so many high scores.
It's because there's no other scores on there. I think we're pretty good for this video.
I mean, it's nice that it isn't, you didn't see me get as frustrated as I did with Cogs, but that's because this is a much slower burn than Cogs is. Like, Cogs, you just hate it immediately.
Well, you hate it immediately. Those skulls in the background are so creepy looking. Like, whenever you jump a gap like that, it's like,
what's up?
Hey, man. Buy some marijuana drugs.
That's exactly what they're saying. Whoa. But in this, it's like, the first few times you're like, okay, yeah, I messed up there.
Once you start screwing up in the same place 5 times, it starts getting a bit crazy.
Like with Cogs, the whole frustration with it is that you are inadequate mentally to play it. Like, you can't piece it together, and it makes you feel horrible about yourself. This, the first few times, you're like, okay, well, that was difficult. You know, no harm done.
And eventually you're just like, my fingers don't work.
Yeah, it's like, oh, so I'm just broken on the inside because I can't press down fast enough. Like that. Like, you'll just get...
Or you're a second too early or a second too late.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, you're not going to give me that, but you'll let me spring a second too late, but I can't jump a second too late. And, I don't know, the blame always goes to the game and not your inadequate, stupid brain. Like Cogs. Dang it. Like, Cogs places on you. I think a game that perfectly did retries was Rayman Origins when it came out, because, for one, that's one of the most fun games.
AKA the better New Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah. Because, I don't know, New Super Mario Brothers, I feel like I'm competing all the time, which, I mean, I guess I technically am, but I don't want that in a co-op game.
That's a game where you play if you, like, really hate somebody, but you don't know how to say it to them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore, but instead you're like, hey, why don't we play New Super Mario Bros?
Because then you can disguise your nasty words under, like, oh, fuck you, Toad, ha ha ha.
But you jumped on my head and made me fall down that pit. Oh,
yeah.
You killed my Yoshi. Well, I guess that's New Super Mario Brothers too, but...
Yeah. There we go.
But I always feel a big sense of accomplishment when you finish a level.
But Rayman Origins, like, okay, you died, but instead of, like, making you go through a load screen or something, you just float into a little orb back to the beginning of the room, and, like, it's not frustrating at all, like
these bonus levels are.
Yeah. Like, there have been moments where... there have been moments
where... You killed Commander Video.
He deserved it. There have been moments where I was playing Rayman Origins where...
Let's not continue.
Huh?
Let's not continue this game.
Where we were on a single level for probably... Can I just do that?
Yeah.
Cool. Windows 8, man. What do I do?
Just...
Okay.
Oh, no, you didn't close it. You just... Never mind, you're closing the desktop when you do that.
Anyway, we tried it like 30 times, and it never stopped being fun. It's just like, oh, come on, team up, guys, we can do this together. And that's what I have to say about that.
It's a good way to end our video. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching, and we hope you'll listen to us later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.